As per usual, when I get into something deep, my phone switches off, which is what just happened. I am staring into the valley of death right now. There is death around me, or the spirit thereof, and my video decided to cut the previous one anyway. So I am deep in death's belly, and deciding quick and back whether to move forward or not. If I move in this direction, I won't point in that direction. There is a spirit there that is waiting, and it is a spirit. Again, I've moved from the top of the hill here to where I'm currently standing, which is midway between where I am to down there. There is smoke that I now see in the distance. Smoke. And there are some heavy spirits now beginning to move around me. Again, the sun is about to go down, so it is around about that time of activity. And in an open field. So you know how that goes. I'm still carrying the orange and the red, and I'm still in the green. The former video will instruct you on all what that all means. And there are kids ahead of me, but now I'm being instructed to turn this way towards the hill with the residents now behind me and the trees almost quick and back, almost hovering above me. So from this point of view, looking up, and now I'm getting overwhelmed when I do that. I feel like I am less than they are because they're towering over me. Remember, we're dealing with principalities, powers, and rulers in heavenly places. And just now, as soon as I did that, the moon, even though it's been out all this time, I didn't take notice of it, has woken up. And there's a certain school in the distance there that is same colors as the ones I'm holding, the orange and the red. There's a school that side, which is orange and the red. And that just woke up, and in the sky from that direction there, something just opened up, and we are now being surrounded. And I can feel and sense the kids. There are kids playing in the background. And now I can feel, with my back turned towards them, I can feel and I can sense each and every one of them. I can feel and I can sense each and every one of them, and I'm back. So now I'm looking back towards the residence, and on my left, this side, that side was a spirit of death, massive spirit. This side is a spirit of witchcraft. Sarah, give me a moment. There's witchcraft there, there's bats here, again with the bats. And just by doing that, I am back in the spirit. And now there's a spirit surrounding me and taking over. There's a spirit surrounding me and taking over. My eye here is twitching a little bit from the inside. Similar to that itch that you can scratch, that you feel like you're itchy from the inside. And now I can hear the spirits, and they are moving around me. So I am surrounded, or I am being surrounded, or I have been surrounded all this time. And I think they're now just beginning to manifest. There's a word, and I'm not sure if I have to go through all of this to get the word I want. But your godlike state, now my feet are beginning to move. We are moving forward. We are moving forward. Deeper into the valley. Deeper into the valley. I'm being instructed to stop, to move right a bit. Woo. And as soon as I did that, I tripped. And to look back, and there's a spirit here, and there's a spirit in that direction looking at me. So there are spirits here that consider this place as their home. I'm moving towards my right now, that are watching me and just looking. So I am truly deep in it today, very deep, into the valley and the belly of death. My stentroi kebraye. And I'm moving towards my right again, and I tripped a bit. And I can sense there is a spirit on this side now. So I'm getting myself entangled. The word I came down here with was entanglement, and I am entangling myself now in these spirits. It is getting dangerous at the very least. Now, in my mind, in my opinion, because these are spirits, they can't do much to me because I have the physical body. So if I was fully in the spirit, I would be very afraid. But as it stands, even though I can sense the fear in me or the fear that the spirits are inducing in or around me, I have more of the authority here because I have the physical as much as the spiritual. They have just the spiritual. They are disembodied, which with the principalities, powers, and rulers on the earth, which God says that's what you're wrestling with, because you have the physical, you have the power, you have the authority. There's a spirit that's just moved down here. There's a spirit ahead of me, and that's by the waters now. And it moved very quickly. It literally just flashed. So I'm gonna move. So there is fear, even though these are spirits. The fear is real. I can hear footsteps now, and there's someone running behind me. There's footsteps around me. They're moving. The fear is real. Just because they're spiritual doesn't mean that they can't harm you. But again, I have more of the authority here if I need to access it. If I need to shout somebody, and now the buildings on that side where death was, I can't. They are beginning to wake up, which means death is waking up, and which means very soon the witch that is on this side will also begin to awaken. Already there are spirits moving by the waters here. So, but they're not really bothering anybody. They are just doing their ceremonial things by the waters. And again, I'm in the spirit now, so I can't tell. This is how I see myself right now. When I'm trying to look at myself, this is what I'm seeing. As you can see, it's very distracting, but that's how I'm seeing. It's very yeah, it's very weird. There's a lizard behind me, and there's a lizard inside of me also. That's coming now from, yeah, things are beginning to move here. It's coming from behind on that side. So we are deep into it today, as usual. Merkoma. Something just said kneel. I don't know why I'm supposed to kneel, but I feel like there is something coming towards me, something massive, and I can feel it now somewhat. It's a heavy spirit. There are spirits on this earth, massive ones, and they affect us as human beings, but only because they bend us to their will instead of us bending them to ours. Subdue the earth, God said. We are the ones who are supposed to have power, but we've lost that power. One to the devil, and now in this day and age to our minds. And Semardai, there is something. Woo! Wow, there's something running away now, moving away. Woo! Okay. Jaria. Oh boy. Can't run away. But there's death now, literally standing in front of me on this side. His presence is manifesting. It's quite warm. If you can feel like you are close to a heater, I can feel it. It's very close, like it's standing right above or in front of me on this side, which means shortly this witch is also going to begin to manifest. And there's a warlock of some kind behind me on my left. When I say my left, on this side, that left. On that side, there is just empty space. It's just empty space. And again, I'm doing this This is how I'm seeing right now. I am vibrating. And it is getting darker still. Zarano Brai. God is asking, is this what you wanted to show them? And my answer would be, I don't think this is what I want to show them, but this is what I need to show them. And the Lord does say some will not understand. Even when I tried to show them these things, they could not receive them, meaning that some of you would also not. There's 4 birds flying towards that side. There's one on itself on that side, 2 there, and 2 have landed on that electric pole in that distance there. So there were 5, 2 have remained, 2 are moving by company and 1 by itself. So 5, they don't understand this. What I'm teaching you now, you don't understand it, some of you. So for me to get the word on that you are a God and that you are moving around spirits which are, by appearance are like gods, it is hard to explain it. But I need to find a way to do it so that you can manifest. My stomach is turning now. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Ugh. And there's a spirit that has just landed here. It came from the sky. I didn't even see it move. I am so disorientated right now. But there's a spirit that just landed not too far from me. And it's massive. It's like a dragon. And it is pushing me away from it now. We'll carry on, because the spirits that have been revealed, that God has shown, are the entry-level ones, if I can define it by what He's telling me. These are minuscule, tiny in comparison to the direction where we're going. In the direction that I just moved, there's a can called Flying Fish. Remember, I just said something just landed behind me, and here now is a word that says Flying Fish. Lemon. That lemon seems familiar. Pressed lemon. Because not so long ago we were in lemon trees, and I said these lemons are significant, and now I'm holding a can which is flavored as a lemon. Sarando. So I am a place where I need to be, or that I was going to get to eventually. So I am at the right place. Just the circumstances are very uncomfortable, regardless. But anyway, there are spirits on this side, and these are tiny. So if I'm going to get you to a word, to one Sarando bara the spirits speak very fast. And I was hearing Tyler Perry before I spoke those tongues. I know by now that Tyler Perry speaks in tongues because I saw it in TD Jake's video when he anointed TD Jakes. Yes, Tyler Perry has anointed TD Jakes. But I'm hearing his tongues and they're very quick, very dangerous. Marne Hengro, Verai Nendraye. All of these are demons speaking around me now. So me speaking any of these tongues is me. Okay, you know that shiver you get? Yeah, those are spirits moving. And I can feel it now. So those are spirits jumping in and out from my body. If you didn't know it now, my eyes are doing things. That shiver you get, those are spirits moving. And now things are jumping in and out from my belly. It's getting cold. It's getting cold in the natural because the sun has gone down and it's winter this side. Well, autumn, fall, heading towards winter, but it's also dark and cold in the spirit where I am right now. And my feet, my right ear is beginning to ring, and my feet are... Man, I am surrounded. Which is okay because last night I dreamt that I went back to school my old primary school, which I said I haven't been in a while, and is red. Now that I'm seeing that school, which is red, makes sense with the dream. And I was surrounded by former classmates. Surrounded by former class. There's something tracking me here now. I feel like I'm being hunted. There's a tree that I can move towards for shelter down here. You can see it's lush green, but that doesn't look very safe. But if worst comes to worst, that's the direction I'm running, just in case this manifests physically, because it's got a tangible presence. These are the ones I can sense are in the spirit, so they're just watching, just observing. But this one that is moving behind me has a tangible spirit, which means it can harm me. I'm just gonna be still for a moment, and I look like a shadow now in this dark, but anyway, I'm just gonna watch and observe. I'm tracking it with my own eyes as well. As I say, I can't speak in tongues because now there's a dog barking somewhere in front of me. These kids are beginning to manifest now, but in their spiritual forms. I did already realize that coming towards these kids that these are not children. These are, my teeth hurt. These are, oh God. Give me a moment. Okay, I can look in the direction of those children because now that they're manifesting, I can discern that they are not children at all. Which is what we spoke yesterday with that woman. Yeah, those are not children at all. Not children at all. So I don't know if it's the area or the people or the fact that they live very close to a witch there, which means it's probably turned them into some kind of zombies or, yeah, things or creatures. We call them tokoloshes here in Africa, but it's similar to the chupacabra that people like to keep saying in South America. Similar to that kind of a spirit. It's like a dog. That's why I was hearing a dog in that side. It's like a dog-like spirit in a person. Like a dog-like spirit in a person. And that's what I'm hearing or sensing on that side. I'm getting a bit itchy now. Far skembro denendro tekeo. I know some of you think I'm littering, but this one is necessary. And the orange. I dropped the red ball there somewhere where I picked up this can. But now that I've dropped those in here, it looks like some people are trapped. So I need to find out whether I need to release those kids from this witch. But then the only way that word will survive is if she perishes, because it will be pointless otherwise. And considering the area that I'm now, I don't think that is a worthy exchange. The chupacabra. Sambre artain zombies. Zombies. So one way or another that now I am perceiving this word. Because men are being turned into zombie-like states where they are just like sheep to the slaughter. This word on awakening is necessary. And I know there's people who like to speak about awakenings. I've surrounded myself. Or I've just stepped into a place where I am surrounded. So that was a bit foolish or pre-planned, I don't know. We'll soon find out. So the word is necessary so that we can wake up. Now you can't see me. Because now I'm in the darkness. Arembrodia. Arteja par nevara. On this Nevada word again, and Nirvana. Nirvana. So this is India. This is India, where I have just stepped into. It is necessary because people are going to sleep, even with these walk movements. Those walk movements, oh my God. Something is taking over my tongue here. Now I'm in danger. I'm seeing a lizard, crocodile type like spirit in front of me. It's consuming people. Some kind of a crocodile god. And I know in Egypt this was big, this kind of spirit. People used to sacrifice to a spirit similar to this. It's a massive crocodile. And I've once dreamt about it. So yeah, my words are escaping me. It's like my breath is leaving me. Like every word that I speak, like when an anaconda is pressing upon you, that's what I feel like every time I speak. Air is coming from me. And the spirit is just absorbing me, absorbing. There's a bat that just flew above me now, absorbing my life force. It's a massive spirit. But this one I believe is South America somewhere, this spirit. I'm very tired now. I'm drained. And I'm slowing down. I am slowing down. I feel like I'm about to sleep. It's one of those things where you feel like you just go to sleep and just don't wake up. That's what I get the sense of it. Like, I'm gonna move towards this tree and I'm gonna tear off a branch, take a piece of it off. All you might hear is the sound. You might not see it, but I am breaking something. Sembro, people won't see it. I've just broken a branch. And it is in my hand now, my left hand. It does kind of look like the sky is on fire from where I currently am. And back can show you too much of the sky because something is in it. I'm moving away from the place where I was encircled by these trees. I've taken the branch. You might be able to see it a little bit. And I'm moving towards where I saw that creature or that spirit land. It was in this direction somewhere. So this branch now, I'm moving towards it. Sebar Nevara Eshka Bradia, this Nevara word. This rock that I'm holding now, I think this you can see. I think the lighting is just bad where I'm coming from. So this rock that I'm holding now was flashing. Oh, something. And so I got the stick, I have the rock. I'm gonna kick this one down. Marave Sharora. Sharamro. And roundabout here is where the spirit landed. Shamar Vesantrai Kemara de Jero. I'm gonna drop the stick. Shavande. And this one I'm gonna toss it a little bit further. Parneva. And I'm gonna see what that does. Pai Nembrade. And now from the sky there's two more other ones that are approaching me, but these ones won't land. And there's a tree now in this side, in this distance. On this direction that I'm walking is close to where death was, and I don't think I will get to that tree either. And it's probably not wise because if I get to that tree, there's another tree that is more towards the top of the hill on this side. So it's a trap. And it's getting really dark, so I think this activity needs to end very soon. But as soon as I said that, in the direction that death was, the whole sky now has turned black. Yes, the clouds are dark and it is in the night, but the sky itself is a darker shade. A darker shade of the darkness that you're seeing around me right now. So it's gotten darker than dark. And it feels or looks like a wormhole or a black hole has just opened up in the sky where I'm standing now. And there's a good chance that this black hole and I'm seeing shadows moving within this black hole. I thought I saw two birds flying, but they're not there. So Rakhe Bradia. There's a black hole in the sky right now in the direction I'm showing you. And I'm just trying to figure out what it is doing, but it seems to be hovering over this place right now. Where all these lights are in the distance, there's a spirit now that's hovering above them. And I keep spitting, so please excuse me, but I'm reacting. There's a bat that just flew above me now. And more portals are beginning to open up in the spirit, more darkness. So there's darkness on this earth, beyond the night. Beyond the night. The night is not, like the night that's around me now is not what's to be feared. This darkness that I'm seeing here is what you should be afraid of. Because this is the stuff, as they say, of nightmares. And now these spirits are beginning to move and to manifest. These are heavenly bodies. These are principalities. These are powers. And they are absolutely massive. So it is probably a good thing that people don't see this, because if you did, you would go crazy. You would go insane. But I say that to say this. The word on you are a God and you need to awaken as the God inside of you is not just for you and your own aesthetics. It is because we are dealing with spirits around us that are beyond power, that are beyond measure. These spirits are dangerous. But if we don't wake up, if we are not awake, if we are not alive in the spirit that God has created us in, we're going to allow these spirits to take over, and that will be the fall of man. That will be the fall of man. So you need to wake up. You need to awaken. That is what I'm teaching in this season. This word is just not for aesthetics, as I said, just because it's nice to preach that you are God or a God-like person, or you are like God or like your Father. This is a visible, tangible word to say God created you in His image after His likeness for a particular purpose. For a particular purpose. And you need to awaken that purpose. You need to acknowledge who you are in God, in Christ, in the Spirit, and you need to move in that light. You're a light. These spirits that I'm showing you now are dark, represent the dark things that represent the darkness. But you are a light. Remember, you're in the image and likeness of God, and God is light. So if God is light, then you are light also. So these spirits should be afraid of you, not the other way around. And that's probably why I stepped out here in the darkness, to show you that you are a light. And a light should not be hidden. A light should not be hidden. A light should not be hidden. You need to wake up. You need to acknowledge your greatness. You need to acknowledge your power. And you need to manifest it on God's behalf. You're an extension of God. You're the light of God. You are like God. You need to manifest it. So that is my word for today. Manifest. There are dark things around us, but they are only moving around us because we, who are of the light, are remaining. There is something moving towards my left. We're in the dark now, so it's impossible for me to even show you what it is that I am doing. But there is something moving towards my left, and I'm going to try and perhaps track it to see what it's doing or where it's going or what it is up to. Let me move. Listen to the sound of my voice, because that is all that we have to go on for now. My voice. Nezar nembro de gero. Que is nor que brandea canai shibravo antar que broya. The spirit is saying it is looking for somebody or a vessel to possess. And it has been told that around here there are vessels or children or places where it can rest itself on. And the way that I'm seeing it is actually almost using a vessel as its own personal, lavatory, I believe is the nicer word to use in this moment in time, is personal lavatory. That is what the spirit is looking for. And that's what happens to the vessel that it takes over. It begins to smell like a lavatory, if you know what that is. And that body now becomes decayed and rotting from the inside out because these spirits take over. And that person would then, we say, needs deliverance because something dirty has taken over, and therefore the spirit needs to come and cleanse that body, cleanse that spirit, cleanse that mind, so that it can start all over again. So that is the spirit that I'm here with. Same spot again, towards where the witch is, even though she's not there today, but her presence certainly is manifesting there, so I don't know where she is, but her spirit is there. And next to death and next to these portals. Now, obviously, these are happening here and around where I stay. So the question will be on your side, is this same spirit where I am? And the answer to that is pray and see. Pray and see. Pray and see. These things are spiritually discerned, so you need to be in the spirit to discern them. You need to be in the spirit to discern them. So pray and see. And see if these things are around you or not, if they affect you or not, or if you need to worry about them or not. Perhaps I'm teaching you things that are not relevant to you, but the only way for you to know, to find out, is if you pray in the spirit and ask God to reveal what is in and around you. So pray and see. Sarte mar feroya. That is my word for today. Pray, discern, and do something about it. Be blessed.